Hi guys, so I thought I would do a quick video, a birth story video, so I could share my story and what happened when I was born and how the doctors were able to help me. So, my mom was 35 when she was pregnant with me. She had had 2 previous children before. I have an older brother and older sister who are perfectly healthy, no signs of any birth defect or anything. So my mom's pregnancy was very healthy. Was delivered at 40 weeks. Nothing unusual about the pregnancy. No abnormal testing. Now this was back in 1981, so they didn't do like ultrasounds or a lot of blood testing. Even amnios weren't performed at that time. So nothing was done to let her know ahead of time. So I was born in July 1981. And as soon as I came out, obviously they could tell something was wrong. My forehead looked very misshapen, widely spaced eyes, no bone structure in my nose, just a lot of things going on at once. So after I was born, the first thing the doctors told my parents was that the forceps that they used during delivery had caused the misshapen forehead. After they did some more extensive testing the first couple of days of my life, they obviously ruled that out, knew that that was not the case. Forceps did not cause anything. It was a genetic birth defect. And at the time, back in 1981, I was one of 50 cases in the United States. And there were only 2 hospitals that I could have gone to for surgeons and to get some help. So one was New York City and the other was Paris, France. And at the time being, we lived in New York. My parents obviously opted for New York City. So we were set up with a consultation at NYU Hospital. It took a couple of months. I believe I got there when I was roughly between 3 to 4 months. But anyway, so I was set up with a great surgeon who specialized in craniofacial birth defects. In the first appointment, essentially, you're doing all the testing. They're running you through all the testing to see exactly what the problem is, and they quickly determined it was cranio-frontonasal dysplasia. So I was immediately scheduled for surgery. My first surgery was when I was about 6 months old, and what they had to do was go in and make an incision from ear to ear. So I have a scar that runs from just about the middle of my ear, right above it, middle, to the other side, same place. And what they had to do during the first surgery was go in and reshape my forehead. What had happened when I was in my mom's stomach was that the bones of my skull had closed too quickly, causing the misshapen forehead and all of the cranial defects, if you will. So they had to go in and move those around so that it would allow room for my brain to grow. Otherwise, I would have been extreme pressure on my brain, which could obviously give you a lot of medical issues. So 6 months old, I believe, was my first one, and they went in and did that. It was a 10-hour surgery, and I was in the hospital for a week. After that, the surgeries came pretty progressively, every year, every other year, I want to say. And obviously I'm going to share more of that in my next videos, but I just wanted to kind of give you, the first story. And, obviously the first surgery went well. The doctors were able to do everything they had planned on. So the next surgeries were all, reconstruction of all of the areas that needed the work. So nose, cheeks, eyes, forehead, everything pretty much from the mid-face up. Some patients that have this genetic birth defect also experience cleft lip or cleft palate. I was fortunate enough to not need any work done on my jaw, but I did have work done everywhere from the lips up. So that's just a little bit of an introduction. I hope you guys will enjoy the series of videos that I'm going to be sharing. And